Hello, guys, and welcome back to African Metaphysical Center for Spiritual Healing. I'm your host, Dr. Daryl Greer, your metaphysical practitioner, Reiki master, and Qigong instructor. Today, we're going to finish up from lesson 1 to understanding the spiritual evolution of the soul. This is part 2, the last one before I get off Facebook. So let's begin. The 8th stage is acting as a spirit energizer and a guide. At this advanced stage in the development of the soul, the person is now strong enough to carry on multidimensional activities, and they are able to act as a spirit energizer and a guide to several individuals simultaneously while living on the earth. In other words, because of the spiritual power they have personally acquired, cultivated, and refined during their last incarnation, which is working as a level 7 soul guide trainee, the person can now act as a level 8 energizer and guide, responsible for assisting level 7 trainees in their personal guide of serving humanity as children of light. While acting as a spirit energizer and a guide, the person is able to simultaneously gather and hold together the energetic fields of many individuals and positively affect the influence, the energy, and spiritual areas of all of these people at once. Now, the 9th level, entering into sainthood, at this stage of the soul development, the person has grown so full of radiant spiritual light that they are now free of the negative influences and adverse effects of any type of psychic attacks initiated by malevolent spirit entities. This advanced stage is considered to be the first level of true sainthood, in which the person can now control, manifest, and maintain powerful states of divine radiant light while living here on the earthly realm. The number 9, this person is called a once returner. The number 9 person is called a once returner. This is a partially enlightened person who has cut off the first 3 chains that bind their body, speech, and mind, and has significantly weakened the 4th chain, which is sensuous cravings, greed, sensuality, lust, desire, and attachment, and has greatly diminished the 5th chain, wishing ill intent on people. Because of their advanced cultivation stage, a once returner only needs to return back to the earthly realm one more time. At this advanced stage, the various thoughts connected with greed, hatred, and delusion do not arise very often and never obsessed over. The 10th stage, a living saint. At this stage of soul development, although the person still lives in the physical realm, they can now summon all of the divine gifts and supernatural abilities of the spirit realm. In this advanced stage, the individual is able to manifest the incredible powers of heaven while they walk about the earthly realm as a living saint. The number 10 person is called a non-returner. This is a partially enlightened person who has cut off the first 5 chains that bind the ordinary person's body, speech, and mind. Having overcome various forms of sensuality, the non-returner does not need to return back to the human world after death. Instead, they are reborn in one of the 5 special pure abodes in the celestial realm, and there obtain liberation. The 11th stage, Heavenly Master Stage 1. This is a stage of conscious supernatural power, wherein the soul now embodies and retains the celestial powers of the universal consciousness within its 3 bodies, and can perform incredible supernatural feats, within the earthly realm at will. From this stage forward, any assistance from an upper level spirit is no longer required. This is because the individual has now embodied the illuminating powers and divine spiritual energies of their soul's true radiant source. I was taught that whenever you encounter such an individual, you will often note that the heavenly masters has no shadow. This lack, this lack of shadow is brought about because their body internally radiates a powerful, illuminating spiritual light from its center core, which empowers and sustains its three earthly vessels. The 11th person is called a deserving. This is an enlightened person closely associated with miraculous powers and simplicity. They have abandoned all of the temptations and hurdles of life, and upon death will never be reborn in any realm or world. Having wholly escaped the endless cycle of repeated birth and death, a heavenly master attains spiritual awakening and enlightenment by following the path provided to them by other enlightened masters. The 12th stage, heavenly master, stage 2. At this next stage of soul development, the person is now responsible for overseeing different soul guides, level 7, and spiritual helpers, level 8. These individuals are also responsible for organizing the reincarnation programs of several groups of people, and for overseeing the younger souls as they continue to return back and forth to Earth in order to receive further spiritual instruction, growth, and refinement. When an eternal soul begins to plan their reincarnation program, they usually do so with a group of other souls. After the eternal soul is born into earthly life, these other souls will enter their life. Some will bring much needed relief in times of severe trauma. Others will be responsible for initiating as well as instigating certain challenges. All of this is done intentionally to help the individual grow and progress to a higher level of spiritual development. So this is why you're going through challenges today, people. You don't even know it, but this is it. Your church doesn't tell you this truth. Each of the souls involved in this process are watched over by a stage 2 heavenly master who is responsible for governing the entire program. This older spiritual brother or sister will customize the reincarnation program so that each serious encounter will not be too overwhelming, yet will be challenging enough to cause an energetic shift to occur within the person's heart and mind. This is essential in order for the internal soul to grow and for it to become comfortable with its next level of spiritual evolution, which can only happen when it consciously chooses to sacrifice itself for the greater good. The 12th person is called an awakened one. The 13th level is the Heavenly Master 3. At this level of soul development, the soul has achieved 100% of its spiritual evolution from years of reincarnating and training on Earth. It is now able to discard all 3 levels of its earthly vehicle: the physical body, the energy body, and the spirit body. The stage 3 heavenly master soul is responsible for overseeing the various actions of the stage 2 heavenly master level 12s, who are presently working throughout the planet. It is interesting to note that each of these heavenly masters are also responsible for overseeing the vast collective energies of a specific continent. Therefore, it is often said that there is usually only 9 stage 3 heavenly masters existing on the earth at one time. The 13th person is called a full awakening. The final level is level 14, a free soul. At this final stage of soul development, the person now exists as a highly evolved, enlightened soul. Now, energetically wrapped in a rainbow body, the soul can permanently depart the physical realm and enter into a more highly evolved state of divine service. It is said that these highly evolved souls are composed of pure radiant light and are therefore without body form, because they can easily influence time and space. They are in charge of overseeing all of the various celestial realms. According to ancient teachings, when studying an individual's spiritual evolution, there are 8 main influences that help to create and maintain a human soul existence within the physical realm. These include 1. Their 3 bodies, their energetic shape, form, and radiant vibrational frequency. 2. Their energy, the person's life force or chi. 3. Their spirit, the individual's thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, which externally manifest through the 4 personality types, which could be aggressive, playful, servant, and analytical. And number 4, their heart, the energetic container that holds the human soul and manifests this person's spirit, which is his thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Number 5, their intellect, the individual's capacity for retaining knowledge and expressing wisdom. Number 6, their name, the sacred sound patterns and ancestral lineage of an individual's name. Number 7, their mask, the individual's acquired identity, profession, and social status. Number 8, their shadow, the dark yin, external reflection of the individual's bright yang soul. All of these different elements have a subtle influence on the soul's spiritual evolution. Therefore, each one is considered to be an important energetic factor that can either be used to enhance or disrupt a soul's spiritual development. And until I return again another time, you can still watch my videos on YouTube under D, the letter D, Grier, G-R-I-E-R. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.